guy got this. Okay, here it is. The guy came, the special guard or something, here to protect us, is here. So he stayed the night. So yeah, before I go to school, I leave some food on the table along with a list of house rules. In the note, I also tell him not to make a mess out of my place while I'm gone. I head for Kyoto's room to check if he's still around. His door was slightly ajar, and through the gaps, I see him lying in the bed, shirtless, his blanket on the ground. I said, and Carly entered his room to pick up the blanket. You'll catch a cold, idiot. I draped the blanket over his body and turned to leave. Just as I'm about to close the door, I hear a bed shifting as he stirs in his sleep. No, must get them. Get them quick. I get a little confused after hearing those words. Get him. After that, the Kyoto continues to sleep soundlessly. I don't know what he's mumbling about, but maybe he's having a nightmare. I decide to leave Kyoto alone and leave for school. Before break starts, the teacher gives an announcement. Students, this is a notice from the local police. So now pay it. Students, this is a notice from the local police. So pay attention. Due to recent events, the village will be placed under curfew. No one is allowed outside from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. There might be dangerous people lurking about during these times, so stay home and lock everything. Feels like we're being treated like small children, but no one protests because of how serious the situation is. After the announcement, everyone starts to chat amongst themselves. I lean to the right and try to get Leoji's attention. Leoji, what exactly is going on? Have you read the newspaper? They found dead bodies dumped in an alley. The autopsy report stated they died sometimes between 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. The same goes for the previous cases too, hence the notice. Don't you think it's a little far-fetched to warn even the students? Apparently there's no patterns, and the next victim could be anyone walking around at night, student or not. Warning everyone is the best way to prevent this. I see. I don't intend to go out during that time anyways. Leoji moves a little closer. He's calling our bluff, lowering his voice. According to the stats, your neighborhood is most at risk. Have you noticed anything strange lately? Not much. It says being watched. There's some investigators patrolling now. Investigators? I talked to one of them. He said that everyone in my neighborhood might be on the target list and they're just on high alert. See? We can't be certain about that, but we can't ignore it either. Leoji steps back when Ichiokas approaches. Hey guys, what are you whispering about? Just about the recent disappearance and murder cases. Oh, I wonder why these events are happening. It was so quiet and peaceful before. I bet it's an outsider No villager would do something like this. Like, also there's like forest tourists, forest tourists, forest tourists, la 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 la. The forest tourists are still missing, right? Maybe the demon knows what they did and took care of it. Okay, Akira, we already gave up on that idea. Besides, the demon won't get involved with things that happen within the village. The forest is its territory, just like the guardian will stay in their treasure. It was just theory. Talking about theories won't help the case. We probably could find out who the murderer is. Guy is playing detective again. The police are already working on it. Exactly, Sky. That's why I'm going to solve this first. It's not you too, Leoji. This isn't a competition. I'll solve it without you and your connections to the police. Akira sighs deeply as she looks at both of us. When class ends, Leoji and I studied together. Since Kyoto is at home, in order not to disrupt them, I think it's better to study at Leoji's place. Come in and make yourself comfortable. Your place is smaller than I remember. Leoji chuckles at my comment and cleans up the table. It's been a while since you came over. You were a lot shorter back then. While I take a seat, he heads off to the kitchen. He must be getting snacks. I dump my books on the table and look through them. I realize I have a lot of homework today, mostly from history class. I guess Kyoto has to wait a little bit longer for dinner. Wait, he isn't a child. He can take care of himself. I need to stop worrying about him. Let's see, I'll start with history. If there's any subjects I'm bad at, it would be this one. But once we're learning about something interesting, this chapter is about the village legend. Luckily, I'm with Leoji today. He's more knowledgeable about this. You got trouble in history again? Leoji returns to the room carrying a tray. On it are cups of tea and a plate of treats, which he sets down in front of me. He takes a seat beside me and looks over my textbooks. Mr. Blanchett gave some hints to the answer during his lecture yesterday. Oh, right, you were asleep. Fine, I'll help you with your homework. The first section is related to our school. If I remember, there was an incident. I also heard rumors about floating around about as a ghost. The story of the school ghost has many variations. I'll tell you the true story it's based on. I found it in the police archive. Several decades ago, a boy was tortured and later unalived by his classmates in the school. Only his legs were at the scene of the crime. They couldn't find the rest of him. Dang. The only suspects were children, and none of them were definitely linked to the unaliver. So the case was never solved. I'm shocked that the children could do such a thing. What could have driven them so mad to unalive their classmate? It remains a mystery to this day. It's too late to dig in it now. The culprit probably died of old age. Anyway, they say a ghost of the victim wanders to school late at night because he has no leg. Basically, he crawls on the ground, so when you hear shuffling sounds, he is nearby, so the rumor goes. Is he an evil spirit that remains in the school for revenge? Probably. No one has seen him up close, but there are people who claim to have seen strange things through the window from the outside. The shuffling sound is hard to identify too. It could have been easily something else. That sounds interesting. Hold on. Let me pull my thing up. I suddenly had an urge. I suddenly had the urge to explore the school at night. Did you think you were the only one that got that idea? I told you, no one has encountered him. Maybe if I'm lucky, I get to see him. Unlucky, more likely. I rolled my eyes and turned back to my textbook. There's a photo on the page, written in a small text under the photo, in memory of Class 1E. The OG gives a brief description of the victim's appearance. I searched for the boy in the photos. He's standing on the far left as the shortest of the group, unlike the other students with big smiles. His face, he looks rather sad. I'm surprised our school reputation wasn't damaged. Records and textbooks tell different stories. The public didn't know what really happened. I had to research in the old archive and various other locations, other sources to find the truth. Besides, it was a long time ago. People move on. Let's look into the next legend, the forest demon. I've heard a lot of things about it, and they don't make any sense. The legend gets mixed up because it seems like people will believe anything they hear. Remember our trip a few days ago? That alone was enough to start unnecessary rumors. The villagers thought we were crazy to visit the forest after the missing tourist incident. Our teachers think it's nonsense. I'm still not sure what to believe. So, what do you know about the forest demon? It's an old legend, even older than this village. Many believe there is one demon, but there could be more. Appearance varies, but they are often portrayed as weird-looking animals with horns. Could it be an undiscovered species? Maybe. Or it could be someone saw an ordinary animal, mistook it for a demon. You can't really disprove something like that. The description is vague enough that it could look like anything else. The legend said they were evil, devouring every person who enters the forest. The devouring part is not meant to be taken literally. The demon would have taken something from you, probably your soul. In order to appease the demon and disaster, the villager built a temple deep within the forest. I'm not sure how they managed to do that. Do it in a forest is feared, but take it as it is. I remember the crimson hair guy I met during a trip. I asked Leoji if there was people patrolling the forest. Nope, there's no need to do that every day. After hearing this, I reconsidered visiting the forest. We continue to chit-chat as we do our homework until the sun goes down. Thanks to Leoji, I finished my history homework with ease and returned. I helped him with the other subjects. When I leave Leoji's place, it's already completely dark out, but I still managed to get home by 9 p.m. When I entered the house, I noticed the lights were off. It looks like nobody's home at this time unless Kyoto's already went to sleep. I'm home, Kyoto. Are you there? Nobody answers me, so it seems like I have to find him myself. Save. The kitchen. I go to the kitchen and turn the lights on. It seems like he's not here. My room. Let's look at my room. He's being nosy. This is silly. It won't hurt to check. Of course, if he's in there, I might kill him. Curtains are wide open in my room. Moonlight shines through the window, illuminating the shadow lying on my bed. Judging from the clothes hung over the chair, the brown hair strands sticking out the sheet, I know it's Corrado. What the? Why is he sleeping in my bed? Did he mistake my room for his own? I stand in front of him. You pervert. Ready to pull the blankets off, but I change my mind at the last moment. No, tell him. His expression looks so peaceful, like he's having a sweet dream. Get out of my room. Being an investigator must be tough, especially for someone that young. Fine, I'll let you sleep here. No, you better not. I gently brush my hair strands away on his face. Up close, I realize he's actually pretty handsome. He's an adult. I'm pretty sure of that. What am I doing? I need to start dinner. After pulling away, I leave silently. Guess I'll be sleeping in the guest room. No. If I get a chance, you should let me decide what I want to do. I see Ikea and Leoji discussing something curious. I join them. Hey guys, what's up? Sky, are you alright? Of course, why wouldn't I be? Leoji told me the police are guarding your street. I can't believe you're in so much danger. Nothing much happened so far. You don't have to be so serious about this. Of course I'm going to take this seriously. Ikea just pouts and looks over at Leoji. It seems like he agrees with her. The mood quickly changes when Ikea asks about the investigator. By the way, have you seen anyone from my school? I heard a few students work as investigators. It seems like a difficult job for students to handle. Besides, there's not enough work in the village. It's most quiet. The extras don't get paid. I'm curious, what kind of person is keeping an eye on you? They better do a good job of keeping you safe, or I won't forgive them. It's best not to tell her about Kyoto, or she might try to dig more for information. might give her the wrong impression. If she finds out my guard is staying at my place, I would bury my face out of embarrassment. I haven't seen any of the investigators that I know of. Most guards don't reveal themselves. It would make the residents restless. The idea is to set a trap. People should act normally. It's likely that students from the light class took the job. It's not like something to be bragging. Oh wait, it's likely the students from the light class took the job. It's not something to be bragging about, but they know a lot about keeping their identities hidden. No one has ever seen or spoken to the light students. Not even our teacher knows about them, so I can understand why they'd be chosen for the job. They're just abusing their privilege to skip classes. They're probably too busy investigating to even care about school. I know, right? What about your brother, Akira? He's an investigator as far as I know. He just studies at home. You should drag your brother to school sometime. It's been so long I've forgotten his face. I tried so many times, but he can be so stubborn. Our discussion is interrupted by Mr. Bluntjes calling us to our seats. We do not get another chance to speak until classes end for the day, when Ikea and Leo-ji depart from their school clubs. After saying goodbye, I pack my things to go home. Something's up. I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm back. I don't know what's up. Maybe the cat saw something, but I don't know. Okay, on my way to my locker, I find a handkerchief on the ground. It's a fancy design, catches my eye, so I picked it up. No! There's a name embroidered on it, Roya K. I do not recognize it. Oh, is it Kyoto? Or Kira? Or what the hell his name is? This looks important. I should bring it to the lost and found. Hey, that's mine. A guy standing behind me, so tall I have to look up at him. I notice his uniform. He's not a regular student. I handed over the handkerchief when he reaches out for it. Roya? How do you... my handkerchief. Thank you for returning this, Miss Sky. Have we met before? Is that the freaking... No, it's not. He had brown hair. Who knows? Nah, fuck off. Roy shows a mysterious grin and leaves. Fuck off. He's one of them. I stared at his back as he disappeared from sight. I have never met this guy before. How does he know my name? Either he's Kuroda in a disguise, or he's some type of killer. He is also the first light student I have ever seen walking around school. I wonder why he is here today. Light students are sure particular. I'm home. It's quiet when I enter my house. There's no answer, so I assume Kyoto's gone out. I dropped my bag and decided to head for the kitchen to prepare tea. It always calms me down after a long day. He's there. I pass by the living room and freeze, hearing soft breathing coming from the couch. He's always sleeping. Upon stepping closer, I noticed Kyoto's lying there. His sleeping face looked so peaceful. He must have worked hard today. I should let him be. When I return, Kyoto is already sitting up, reading. He looks up from his newspaper. You woke up so quickly. Did I disrupt you or disturb you? Nah, I had a good nap. I just made tea. Let me get you some. Kyoto smiles appreciatively when I hand him a cup. I sit next to him and glance at what he's reading. It occurs to me that there's things about him I have yet to confirm. It was written on his badge that he attends the same school as me. Say, Kyoto, do you really never attend class? Huh? What class are you in? Normally you get a penalty for being absent. Let me see, I think people call it the elite class or something. I almost spit out my tea upon hearing it. So, you really are? Why are you so surprised? Because you look normal to me. Was that supposed to be a compliment? I thought all elite students were supposed to be particular, although nothing really is normal these days. I'm curious. I hardly get to see them at school, and I'd rather hear what they're like from you than rumors. I don't know. I haven't met everyone yet. Most of them were absent from the first day. If everyone else is skipping class, why wouldn't I? You don't even know your own classmate? I just said. It's not that I don't believe you. I just find it a bit strange. I guess they have their reasons. Oh, it's the guy we saw. I do remember someone. There's this one guy named Chain. He's an investigator like me, so I've seen him around. Do you guys get along? Sorta, but we're more like rivals. He's kind of reserved. He doesn't talk a lot. You can say we're the opposite personality-wise. You'll get it when you meet him. I bet he's a truant just like you. Speaking of your classmate, you know a guy named Raya? A flicker of recognition crossed his face. You must be familiar with that name. Raya. Is he in my class? I'm not sure. Kyoto frowns and lost in thoughts. Even when a student from the elite class is sitting beside me, I am not close of getting answers. You should interact more with your classmates. Yes, Mom. No, I'm just trying to get you to socialize. I think that's bad because then if they're in danger, they'll be like, no, you need to know who this is, why. And they could be like, no, I don't know. Like, don't get in touch with each other. Or that's a fastest way to get, that. You don't exactly look like a social butterfly either. Maybe you should take your own advice. Oh shit. Don't change the subject. We're talking about you. Why don't you talk to the under the light student yourself if you're so interested? Ha ha, I'm talking to one of them though. We spent the rest of the afternoon talking about school. Kyoto has been in the light class since I was the first year. He has been too lazy to attend class during that time and was hardly around. Get on my chat. Meaning those robots or whatever is stupid as hell. And was hardly around, which explains why I did not recognize his face when we first met. I have to admit I wouldn't go to class either if the same rule applied to us. Kyoto also mentions that we met once when we were younger, but I cannot recall it. It must have been a long time ago, or he just did not make a large impression. I tried to ask more about it, but Kyoto waves it off as fun fact and says nothing else about it. I didn't think you were actually serious. You should always take me serious. Kyoto rubs his head and looking around uncomfortably. I placed my hands on his back and pushed him forward. Where's your uniform, by the way? Either I lost it or collecting dust in my locker, which I forgot the combination and the number and the general location. I looked at him with narrowed eyes and I questioned how he even got accepted into such exclusive class. Their image totally does not fit Kyoto. Maybe I had the wrong idea about the elite students in general. I walked Kyoto to his classroom since he cannot remember where it's at either. It feels like I'm showing a transfer student around. After we take a turn in the hallway, I accidentally bump into someone. I stumble, but Kyoto catches me before I hit the ground. Hey, Jane, it's rare to see you in school. Oh, shit. They got different disguises. Makes sense if you barely show up. Rubbing my head, I glanced up to the face. The tall person in front of me, his light blue eyes looked down into mine. That's kind of turquoise. His cold stare giving me chills, yet his gas mask is strange enough to draw my attention away from his eyes. This must be the person Kyoto talked about yesterday. He looks more like a laboratory worker than a student. Really? Sorry for bumping into you. It's fine. His deep voice is distorted due to the mask. It sounds creepy. If I were alone with them, I would not stay around too long. Kyoto moves forward and pat Jane on the shoulder. So what are you doing here? Jane glances down at Kyoto's hand and steps away from him. Just some business, you. Well, this kid is forcing me to attend class. After the comment, I puffed up my cheek and glared at Corrado. He had said it in a joking tone, but Shane just keeps quiet. Not finding it funny. There's not much for you to do here, though. The target has escaped. Target? Kyoto nods in response, his expression unchanging. After those words, Shane takes his leave. That sounded like something important. I wonder what train meant, but I doubt Kyoto will tell me about it. Why was Shane wearing a gas mask in school? It's not like the air here is bad. I don't know, maybe it might be a fashion choice. The Elite Students class is located in a different part of the school building. Even though there's no one in the hall, it feels awkward standing around when I have no business being here. Kyoto, not wanting me to leave, kept asking to keep him company for a short while. I only said yes to satisfy my curiosity. I found the classroom to be completely empty, but a lone boy sits in the corner, a book on hand. Oddly enough, he does not look much older than 14. I looked back at Kyoto in confusion. Did we enter the wrong classroom? You look confused, but we are in the right place. I remember this is my classroom at least. It's unusually pretty empty. That boy is Kachi, by the way. He looks young enough to be in elementary school. Oh wait, didn't we see him before? After abruptly putting his book down, the boy stands up and starts walking towards us. When he steps in front of me, I notice he's even shorter than I am. Or is that the freaking kid who's like, please save me? I can hear you. The answer is no. I'm just physically 14. And I am an Elite student. Kachi answers all my questions at once with a straight face. Even Kyoto remains speechless. Don't gossip about your seniors or make random assumptions. Go back to your own classroom. This place is only for the elites. He turns to Kyoto, who's standing beside me. And you, if you're staying, don't disturb me. I'm reading something important. The boy shoots me a fierce look that makes me freeze in place before he returns to his seat. Kyoto, did you hear that? Kyoto chuckled, patting my shoulder. Don't take it personally. Kachi is always like this. I didn't mean to offend Kachi. He must have had a bad impression of you now. Honestly, though, these Elite people are weird. That boy. You should go back to your classroom. Thanks for accompanying this far. I'll pick you up once classes are over. Actually, you can just wait for me by the locker. It's not like I'm embarrassed, but if Kyoto comes to pick me up, my friends, especially Kyoto, will have endless questions. Maybe I'll introduce Kyoto to them another day when the time is right. Alright, if you say so. After classes, I immediately head to the locker, which seems more crowded than usual. There's a group of people surrounding something, but I cannot see what. Even Ikura is there. There are too many people. I can't find Kyoto. Are you a transfer student? I never seen. Oh, he's right there. I never seen you before. I move closer to see what's going on and instantly recognize Kyoto. In the center of the crowd, I cannot miss his dark beanie. What has he done to attract so many attention just because he's a normal-looking Elite student? How do I reach him? The moment Kyoto sees me, he smiles and starts pushing his way through the crowd. self-consciously steps back. Self-consciously step back, trying to make myself stand out less, then turned around and walked out of the school. Sky, you left so quickly. What's wrong? Wait, don't tell me you're jealous. Why would I be? Corrado chuckles at my reaction as he walks beside me. So I had any fun in class? Kachi and I were the only ones around. I was stuck with that brat the whole day. It wasn't fun at all. Why don't you try socialize with him? Who wants to be friends with a sharp-tongued little bookworm? Not a fan of children. Not when they glare at me mercilessly at me. I can hear you. We both turn around to find Kachi behind us, glaring with the same look Corrado was talking about. I did not notice him at all. How long have you been walking beside us? Just for a short while. It's not like I'm following you. I'm going to the public library, which also is in this direction. I see you're still gossiping about your seniors. It seems like you didn't take my words seriously, and you're not even worth talking to. He stares at us blankly. I do not know if Kachi was speaking to both of us or just me. The awkward air between us feels as thick as brick wall. Corrado and I stand there not knowing what to say while Kachi keeps walking and ignoring us. I felt the tension fade away as he turned the corner. Cute as he is, he can be rather gloomy and difficult to handle. When we reached home, I settled onto the living room couch and started doing my homework. Corrado just sits beside me, browsing through the newspaper like he has nothing better to do. Don't you need to study for the upcoming exams? Nah, that'd be boring. Besides, I already memorized everything I need to know for them. Well, Junior, since you have nothing else to do, can you help me with history? Sure, what's your question? There's a legend about the school ghost. What do you know about it? That one's... Corrado rubs his chin while looking down at my textbook. His eyes glint up. After a moment, something must have come to mind. What if this story is real? There's a ghost of a boy that sometimes appear around the school at night. So you believe in ghosts exist? Who knows, they might be around now, right now, do you? The doorbell rings before I can answer. Putting my textbook aside, I stand up to check it out. I open the door to see Train standing outside, his unusual appearance startling me a bit. Can I help you? I'm looking for Corrado. Hey bro, how did you know I was here? The man in question suddenly appears behind me, a cheeky grin on his face. Train crosses his arm and raises an eyebrow, as though to say the answer should be obvious. Train pointedly looks at me and drawing Corrado gaze. Yes, Guy, mind giving us a sec? We're gonna talk about confidential work. Saying no is not really an option, so I leave him be. However, I cannot let this chance let this chance to eavesdrop slide. I hang back around the corner, leaning against the wall so I can vaguely make out their conversation. Don't ever let your guard down. Something big might happen soon. Things are going accordingly to the schedule then. Thanks for the warning. So how's the target? Can't find him. Heh, he must be pretty skilled to escape you. You should be cautious. I didn't expect them to show up at school. I should patrol that area too. Whatever you want. By the way, there's something I wanted you to do for me. It got silent for a moment. Carol starts whispering, but I am too far to hear it clearly. I try to move a little bit closer, and then he speaks up again. The unaliver is always slipping past us. I'm starting to think there might be more of them. It's been so easy for them, too. It's like they're always one step ahead of us. Do you think it's one of our own is involved? Kyoto's words are intriguing. A mole with the investigators? A mole within the investigators? If that's the case, then who could be trusted? I hear nothing except Train's deep sigh. That sounds a bit creepy through his gas mask. Even if it's one of our own, I won't hesitate. I know you won't. You never stray from your goals. I wish you had your resolve. Just then I heard the door open. Train must be leaving, so I quickly head for the couch, grabbing my textbook and pretending to write something down. A few seconds later, Corrado returns to the living room. He takes one look at me and smiles mischievously. Heard anything interesting? I have no idea what you mean. Corrado sits down beside me, still eyeing me. It's okay, you can drop the instant. I would have told you anyway, just to keep you from stressing out about this. I wanted to be honest with you. Corrado just collects some time for these sharp. He's an investigator after all. I have nothing else to say but simply shrug. You'll be safe with me around. Actually, I'm more worried about missing out on the action. Nope, people like you should stay home. People like me, I mean regular, untrained people, just stay at home, don't do anything unnecessary. I flushed at his comment. I understand his logic, but he makes it sound like I would only get in his way. Well, it can't stop me from intervening if anything happens. My answer is no, no, and no. Stop suggesting weird things. Oh, come on, it's just one night. There's nowhere. We're sharing one room. Go sleep in your own room. You eavesdropped on us back there. You heard it's getting dangerous, so if I'm right beside you, it'll be easier to... I pushed Corrado out of my room and slammed the door shut. I'm sure Corrado is just messing around. No guard would ever ask to sleep beside their target. Then again, most guards don't live with their targets in the first place. Why does he need to literally stay right beside me anyway? Is he that bad at his job? It makes him even more suspicious. He himself could be the murderer, for all I know. Feeling tired, I slipped into my bed. Right after I closed my eyes, and I hear a small noise. Did Kirill stub his foot against the wall or something? After all, my door creaks open and Kirill sneaks inside. I am not falling asleep as much as time passed. I should really get a lock for my door. I had no need for it before, but now I have someone living with me. I still stay still and listen for his footsteps. And when he seems close enough, I grab my pillow and throw it at him. He steps aside in an instant, dodging it easily. There's an innocent expression on his face as he picks up my pillow, throwing it back at me. Sits down on the chair in front of my desk. Corrado pops his arm against the desk and looks in my direction. Is it okay if I watch you from here? It seems he will persist no matter how many times I reject him. Since this is part of his job, I decided to stop complaining. Fine, do what you want. Just don't try anything funny. There's an extra blanket over there if you're cold. I'm good, but thanks. Want me to tuck you in? Sing you a lullaby? Want me to throw you out the window? Shadow chuckles, my light tone having made it clear that I was kidding. Okay, sleep well, Sky. Corrado shifts in the chair, taking more of a comfortable position. He flashes me an innocent smile once he's settled. I shift to face away from him, my eyelids heavy, and I quickly fall asleep. I wake up to a strange noise. He's in the bed! I lie for some time and I wait for the sound to abate. When it doesn't stop after a minute, I sit up and rub my eyes before taking a look. Carlos' chair is empty and I do not see him anywhere else in this room. Maybe he went to the bathroom. I hear shuffling sounds outside as if something was being dragged over the ground. Ooh. Yes. What should we do? That's good noise. We know it's probably gonna be messed up. Curious, I get out of bed and head for the door. I open the door to see nothing in the darkness. The sound had already stopped, and I cannot see well enough to determine if anything looks suspicious. Corrado, are you here? I wait a moment, but there's no reply. I go to the next room to look for him. Finding it empty, I began to grow nervous. He said he would guard me tonight. He couldn't have gone out, could he? I call his name again, but silence only answered me. I'm about to check downstairs, but before I put a foot on the first step, I hear shuffling sounds again. Ooh, is it that ghost? It's a nightmare. I hear creaks as if someone's on the stairs. I strain my eyes, curious about the figure that's slowly approaching me in the dark. Holy shit! It's a ghost! And he's missing legs! The boy's crawling upstairs with messy hair and a torn shirt. No legs! Don't pop up and scare me. It looks like his leg has been chopped up, but from this position I cannot make out if it's real or an illusion. Both of his hands stained dark and there's a trail of blood behind him. My first instinct is to run for my life. I've watched enough horror movies to know the scene will go badly for me. How the heck did he get here without legs? There's no way he came through the window or something. The entrances are locked. I hurried back to my room and blocked the door with a chair. I looked around for a possible weapon and said, he's a ghost. He can probably just go through your window or your wall. Looked around for any possible weapons and settled for a cane tucked in my closet. Then I secured the door and window with heavy objects. This has to be the school ghost. He looks exactly like the boy I saw in the photo. He's legless, just like the rumors. But isn't he supposed to appear at school? And is this too real to be a prank? Look, where's Kyoto when I need him? The shuffling sounds draw closer, stopping right outside my door. My heart beat rapidly as I feel my legs trembling. My eyes are focused on the door, holding the cane in my hands tightly. Suddenly I hear Kyoto's voice calling my name, and the relief floods through me as I rush to the door. Kyoto, you're back! I lowered my cane. It's probably like an imitator. I lowered the cane and cleared the blockage. However, when I opened the door, the hallway is empty. Kyoto is nowhere to be seen. Check. Here. Kyoto? Nothing seems to happen for a few seconds, so I closed the door, heaving a breath. Maybe I'm just dreaming. My blood turns ice when the shuffling sound resumed, this time from close behind me. I slowly turn around, dread weighing heavy in my chest. Should have just went to sleep and tried. A bloody hand sticks out from under my bed, reaching out for me. I'm having my hand. Oh shit, he's upside down. Okay, I'm having my hands like this, hiding. The boy slowly crawls towards me and his head down. I freeze in shock, the second ticking before I can manage a coherent thought. How did he get over there? I watch in horror as he crawls towards me, a trail of blood staining the morbid path behind. I scrambled to the floor, but the noise spurred the ghost child into action. Within the blink of an eye, the boy is right in front of me, his face inches from my face, from mine, despite his inability to stand. His eyes are nothing but dark holes. His mouth opens into a silent scream, and I feel a painful heat in my chest. The darkness of his eyes expands to consume my vision, and I am aware of nothing more. The room is swarming with investigators. Estimate time of death. Oh no, we died! Estimated time of death, about 3 a.m. British mortars already set in by the time we found her. Heart attacks are uncommon for her age. The room's a mess, but there's nothing else to indicate for the perpetrator broke in. The doors were all locked when we got here. That fits the neighborhood stories. None of the investigators watching them noticed a struggle either. What about the investigator assigned to her? Colonel Huss. He appears to be missing. Jane seems to know something, but he doesn't want to talk. Death then! Fuck. Shit. Langton. Dode. James. I have no interest in whatever he's doing. I close my eyes and go back to sleep. We still lie. Strangely, the shoving continues and stops in front of my door. I hear the door opening as if the person carefully sneaking in. Oh, please be Corrado. With my back facing the door, I cannot see who it is, but I assume it's Corrado. Maybe he just wants to check up on me? But that's changed as I hear irregular breathing. That's not Corrado. I bid my time and listen to intruder breathing as they approach my bed. With rage, I rolled to face them, kicking out even as I hopped off the bed. Surprisingly, the person dodges my attack and steps back. Only I face the intruder. I realized that we had met before. What the fuck, asshole? It is the handkerchief guy from school, Roya. You picked the wrong person to mess with. Heh, you're sharper than I thought. What do you want? Roya gives me an amused grin as he approaches, stopping mere inches away. It doesn't look like he's armed, but how do these people keep getting into my house? And where's Corrado when I need him? He's just a student from my school. I don't think he would do any harm. He raises his arms, taking my hair strands between his fingers. You are pretty cute up close. I couldn't get you off my mind since we first met. Your delicious scent led me all the way here. Ray looks handsome, but he thinks too highly of himself. Did he say I smell delicious? And he broke into my house because of it? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I'm not buying into this. I knew he was a killer. Why don't you come and let me show you how to have a good time? Fed up with his manners, I dropped civilly as well and grabbed his tie. Dude, you barged into my house just to flirt with me at midnight? Get out of my house. Try to sweet talk someone on someone who cares. I'm flinching. Roya's lips form a mischievous grin. His aura's changed since the last time we met, as if she was a different person. I did not know what he was up to, but I have a feeling there's something up his sleeve. I released his tie and slapped his hand away from my hair. Leave before I make you leave. Roya does not reply. His eyes are still fixated on me. He licks his lips, but does not reply. His behavior sends a chill down my spine. I want to run, but he's in between me and the door. Before Royal can try anything, Corrado enters the room. Sky, is something wrong? Corrado, where have you been? Sky? Is there something I should know? You suck. This isn't the time to be confused. Help me. Right. Hey, you leave Sky alone. You are a stocky-ass investigator. Haven't you heard? There's 3 in a crowd. They'll run along like a good little boy. You gotta be kidding me. What do you? Instead of responding, Royal leans forward, pulling my body into his arm. Effortlessly, he carries me to the window, opening one hand and jumping out with inhumane speed. Joy! I hear Kyoto cry out. He's too far away to do anything. Does Roya want to kill us both? I squeeze my eyes shut, prepared for a rough landing. I cling onto his chest like a kitten about to be thrown into a bathtub. When nothing happens, I open my hands. Roya stands within 2 feet on the ground, still holding me tightly. How did he jump from that height with someone and he's possessed by the forest demon? With someone in his arm and remained unharmed. Is he even human? Surprised. Put me down! Yeah, that's not happening. Roya walks along the empty street. Nobody is around this late, so I do not think screaming would help. Do it! I struggle in his arm, but he does not let me go. Even punching his chest and arms does not work. It makes me wish I had not been so small and easily picked up. I try hitting his neck, but he sees it coming and throws me into the air. I thought he intended to drop me, but he catches me right before my body hits the ground. Even though he's moving swiftly, I realize he is injured. His sleeve is ripped, there's bloodstains on his jacket. He must have been already like this before he entered my room, but I did not notice it before. Why are you kidnapping me? A good villain does not reveal his intention. Dab him, kick his wherever his injured stuff is, and he could be like, ah, and you can run. I recognize this place. It's made. Ooh, he's gonna sacrifice. Recognize this place. It is the mansion from the other day. What is Roya up to? We go through. Why are you just going? Do he still have you? We could go into the door in the backyard and enter a dark hallway. My heart throbs nervously. I wanted to get away, but on the other hand, I want to know what. You're dumb as shit, kid. You want to know why Roya kidnapped me? Just run. At the end of the darkness is a large room, only moonlight illuminating it. Despite the house being abandoned, this room is well maintained with hardly a speck of dust anywhere. Welcome to my hideout. Roya says with a prideful smile before putting me down. Oh, we were still being held. Putting me down on the large couch. With his hand now free, he loosened his tie and started unbuttoning his shirt. I stare at him with wide eyes. What is he doing? Wait, Roya? I know you're a late student. Doing this will only ruin your reputation. Roya turns to me and raises an eyebrow. Huh? What are you thinking? Oh, were you thinking I intend to ravage you? I see, you're not as innocent as you look. Roya grabs a few bandages off the table and patches a wound around his torso. I notice more scars around the spot. What happened to you? Quite a lot. Each scar has its own story. Do you want to hear some? No. Roya points at a round scar on the left side of his chest. Some stranger decided I was a vampire and tried to stab me with a wooden stake. I know I'm handsome, but mistaking me for a vampire is too much. In the older description of vampires, they were pretty ugly. I'm not that old. Is he joking? While Roya patches himself up, I sit on the couch. Run! Beside this couch and the table, this place is kind of empty. I wonder if Roya really lives here or is he staying here temporarily. Once Roya is done, he puts on his shirt, puts his shirt and tie back on. You were the ones behind the kidnappings, weren't you? I don't know what I've done to you, but can you? I didn't bring you here to talk to you. I brought you here to bait Curado. He's your private guard, correct? Your prince should come here to rescue you. Why would you have business with him when he doesn't even know you? Whatever your plan is, leave me out of it. Be quiet and sit still. I roll my eyes and stand up. I assume the passage where we got is in the exit too. I'm not going to sit around and wait for Corrado. I can get out here on my own. When I head to the exit, I feel my wrist being grabbed. You can't go there, princess. I won't be your hostage. Play along or what? I won't change my mind. You'll have to tie me down if you want me to keep me from running away. Excellent idea. Ray pulls me up to him as he grabs his tie. I should have tied you up earlier. I didn't really mean it. I panic as Royal tries to bind my arms together. I kick his knee, causing him to lose balance. I use his chance to break free and run. When I reach the entrance, I try jiggling the doorknob. He didn't lock it, so why isn't it opening? It does not take long before strong hands grab my shoulder. Royal picks me up and throws me on the couch. Next moment, I feel my body being pinned down. My heart throbs in my chest as I struggle to get free. When I look up, I stare right into his eyes. If you had listened, I wouldn't need to do this. As if I'm going to listen to a kidnapper. I'd rather die than get tortured and drag Corrado into this. I won't torture or kill you. Royal lets out a sigh and loosens his grip. For a fraction of a second, I thought I'd seen a different side of him. I guess I'll take you on your word now. Royal brushes a strand of hair away from my face and pulls it closer to sniff it. You smell really good. Too bad I need to hold myself back. I lift my knee to kick his stomach. Once he releases me, I crawl away from him. Pervert. He sounds like a vampire, but claims that he's not the case. Or maybe he's just a creepy pervert who likes sniffing girls' hair. Upon noticing my surprised expression, Royal chuckles. Haha, it just takes a few words to get an amusing reaction out of you. As long as you behave, I won't do anything to you. As I said, I have business with Corrado. What do you want with them? You are so annoying. I might as well tell you so you can stop being nosy. I don't have much time left. I want to make a request. You wouldn't listen to me under normal circumstances, so I found out he is guarding you. I had to take a chance. If I take you, he'll come to the rescue and I can finally talk to him. Are you planning to? Don't worry, I have no intention of harming Corrado. I know I said I'd take you on your words, but do you remember But you do remember you kidnapped me, right? It is your choice to believe me or not. Red chuckles at me and stands up. He should be here soon. After that, you are free to go home. Royal interrupts himself with a pained gasp, then covers his mouth with his hand as he begins to cough, and he got stabbed. The rattling cough seems to consume his own body as he lunges over, waiting for the fit to subside. It only lasts for a minute before the hacking stops and his breath returns to normal. Oh, I thought he got stabbed. He uses his free hand to pull out a handkerchief and wipe his mouth. Then, surprised surreptitiously wipes the hand he covered with it. When he finishes, I notice a red stain on the handkerchief before he dashes away. I go over to him, a bit concerned, but I remain cautious. Didn't we get tied up? You should go to a hospital. It's nothing. I haven't had anything for days. My body grows weak. You better stay away from me. I could lose control any moment. I don't get it. What are you? At that moment, I hear sounds of footsteps close by. Royal quickly dashes to the side as I hear a gunshot. When I turn my head, there's a chipped spot on the floor where Royal stood a second ago. What's going on? There's a sound of gun cocking, and I catch a glimpse of someone standing in the hallway. It takes a few seconds for me to realize it's Corrado, the intense expression on his face. I hear Royal swears under his breath as he escapes upstairs, already gone before I could blink. Everything is too fast. I cannot keep track of what's happening. Corrado briefly glances up the stairs, but Royal is out of sight. He hurries over to me. Are you okay? Yes. Sorry I'm so late. Did he do anything to you? No, he didn't. Now calm down for a bit. I need to tell you something. I explained to him what Royal told me and the reason why I was kidnapped. Corrado listened without interrupting, a frown growing on his face as I speak. I don't think he's a bad guy, but don't shoot him before listening to his request. Besides, he's your classmate. Just 'cause he's a classmate doesn't mean you're friends. I know. I just pretend not to know him. I wasn't really aiming at him anyways. Corrado lets out a deep sigh and looks up where Royal just escaped to. That guy is a pain. I don't want to deal with him right now. Come on, let's get you out of here. He sounds so irritated. I wonder what's on his mind. As we head towards the passage, I feel pain shoot through my ankle. Oh, I probably sprained it when I kicked Roya. I walk behind Corrado with a blank face, trying not to let my discomfort show. It hurts, but we're not far from home. I can make it. Upon noticing my speed, Corrado walks back to me. He crouches in front of me and gestures me to climb onto his back with a hand. What? You don't have to act tough around me. We have not known each other for very long, but yet Corrado can see right through me. Guilt stirs inside of me for worrying him this much. It's surprising that he came after me without hesitation. I thought he would have went to Chains or another guard first. I pout but give in to his after he gives me a piggyback ride home. Sorry I couldn't protect you back there. I should have anticipated something like this would happen. Corrado's voice trembles a bit. I don't have... Okay. It was pretty sudden. You couldn't have known I was careless too. Still, it's my job. I couldn't stop him from kidnapping you, even though it's right there. I gently pat his shoulder, but Corrado does not budge. You must be feeling frustrated. We remain quiet for the rest of the way home. Corrado carries me all the way up to my room, which is a little embarrassing. I murmured my thanks to his shoulder. hearing him chuckle a bit. He takes the first aid kit from the bathroom and bandages my ankle. Gotta sleep, forget what happened tonight. Alright, I deal with Royal later. I only nod as I snuggled into bed. Corrado gently strokes my hair before I fall asleep. This time he watches over me until morning. Lies! Chapter 2. We are going to leave it there. I'm feeling a little bit ick right now. And I have a huge headache. But thank you guys for watching. I am going to go. We'll probably be on tomorrow. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.